Hello everyone, welcome to my channel The Earth. Today we'll be discussing about SBTi Science Based Target Initiative. We'll discuss what is SBTi, how it is formed, and its role in climate action. SBTi is a corporate climate organization that helps companies set greenhouse gas reduction targets which are aligned with climate science to limit warming to 1.5 degrees centigrade or below 2 degrees centigrade as per the Paris Agreement. So we'll give you a glimpse like how it has been decided. So this is a climate action tracker which was published in 2020, and as per this tracker, if you see, there are different scenarios which are projected. If you look at the pre-industrial average, if we assume it as 0 degree centigrade, then from pre-industrial average to till 2020, the temperature has increased by 1.1 degree centigrade. So that is warming, means the temperature has increased, which warmed the earth. And if you look at different scenarios like pledges and targets, means government has already announced NDCs, like there will be carbon net zero by 2070, and different countries have different targets. So if we go with that pledges, then we can land at 2.6 degrees centigrade, means earth would be warmer by 2.6 degrees centigrade. And if we go with the current policies which government has announced, then the warming could be 2.9 degrees centigrade, and so on and so forth. But what Paris Agreement says that we want to limit warming to 1.5 degrees centigrade, and the net zero trajectory is that we want to limit warming to 1.5 degrees centigrade by 2050, and that's why various organizations like SBTi and come together and they've made this agreement jointly. So this is all about this various scenarios and how it is formed. Now let's discuss how SBTi formed. SBTi was formed by 4 global sustainability organizations. So they came together and they formed SBTi. These organizations are CDP, that is Carbon Disclosure Project, United Nations Global Compact, World Resource Institute, and WWF, that is Worldwide Fund. What these organizations do? So they launched SBTi to mobilize the private sector in climate action through science-backed emission reduction pathways. We discussed these pathways like 1.5 degrees centigrade to 2 degrees centigrade. These are the pathways. Now we'll discuss what does SBTi do. What are their functions? SBTi develops science-based target standards. So these are the standards which serve as a torchbearer or a guidance for companies to set net zero targets, which are science-aligned carbon reduction target. Next is, once companies set particular target, then they submit to SBTi, and SBTi starts validation of the targets, whether the target is as per the Paris Agreement alignment or it is achievable or not. So this is the validation part. Third is the sector specific guidance. SBTi also discloses various guidance through their committee members. So they prepare some guidance for particular sector like hard to abate sectors and the sectors which are contributing to major portion of the emissions like steel, cement, building, etc. And fourth function could be the net zero standard, means they provide corporate standard and also the tools to calculate those emissions. And based on these standards, companies set valid target, they submit to SBTi, and then SBTi validate those targets. And specifically mentioning few points about the standards. So if a company wants to submit it to SBTi, then they must also include scope 3 emissions. If the emissions are more than 40% of the total emission inventory, and they need to also reduce scope 3 emissions as per the SBTi target setting tool. And there are also other guidances like what should be the renewable target, what are the near-term targets, like it is from 5 to 10 years of a range. So this is all about the guidance which you can refer on the website. We'll discuss SBTi target setting process. First step is to commit. Companies sign the SBTi commitment letter that they want to commit to SBTi target setting. Then they develop the inventory and set emission reduction targets, means decarbonization roadmap to achieve the net zero. Then they submit it to SBTi. Officially they send targets for official validation. SBTi validates it and it might take around 6 months or maybe more. And then once they get the validated target from SBTi, they communicate it to their stakeholders. They disclose it on their website, or they might disclose it through various reports. We'll discuss what are the SBTi sector guidance. As we discussed in previous slides, SBTi is forming guidance for hard to abate sectors and very important sectors. If you look at, for most of the sectors, guidances have been published by SBTi. But few sectors like apparel, footwear, chemicals, oil and gas and power, the standards are under development. I'll also give you a glimpse of the SBTi target action. So 10,114 companies are taking action. It means that they might be in the process of target validation, and out of which 7,234 companies have get their target validated from SBTi, and out of which 1,466 companies have set net zero targets. We'll discuss the dashboard. If you want to know which company has set target by which year, or which companies have set near-term target, long-term target, so you can refer the SBTi target dashboard, which is on their website, and you can here filter the region, the geography, the sector, etc. So it will be helpful when you will be conducting the peer analysis. If you want to look at different companies in particular sector, that what are the target, or whether they are disclosing scope 3 emissions as well or not. So you can look at in this target. So this is all about SBTi. If you have any question, you can drop your question in the comment section. I'll be happy to answer that. Thank you guys for watching this video. See you soon.